Xi Jinping has gone full Stalin. Paranoia and purges are the name of the game. Welcome to China Uncensored. I'm Chris Chappell. So, here I am on the weekend, preparing for a major snowstorm to bury New York when the biggest China news of the year drops. 2026, I tell ya. So, for you, dear viewer, I braved the freezing weather and snow to rush into the studio to record this. Like and subscribe. Zhang Youxia, top general and vice chairman of the Central Military Commission, second only to Xi Jinping, has been purged, while another top general, Liu Zhengli, is under investigation, which means he's probably next on the chopping block. And if you remember, back in October, Xi also purged 9 other top generals. Xi Jinping has entered his Stalin years. His growing paranoia has him purging even his allies, because all these generals were considered Xi Jinping loyalists, or at least they were appointed by Xi Jinping. Now, Zhang Youxia is particularly interesting, not just because of how high-ranking he was. He was also at the center of a storm of rumors last year that, with the help of party elders, he had successfully staged a coup against Xi and was the real guy in charge in China, and that Xi Jinping was only a figurehead that would be forced to step down any day now. At the time, I said those rumors were stupid, because all signs pointed to Xi Jinping being firmly in charge. And, validated? I also said that although Xi Jinping hasn't lost power, Xi Jinping still saw Zhang Youxia as a threat. Also validated. But I'm not here to toot my own horn much. This is huge. One CIA analyst says Zhang's purge represents the total annihilation of the high command. The top of China's military is the Central Military Commission. It's been a bloodbath. Here it was at the end of the 20th Party Congress in 2022. And now everyone's been purged except Jiang Shengmin. Jiang Shengmin is now the only vice chairman of the Central Military Commission. He was appointed vice chairman back in October during the 4th plenum. So he's another Xi ally. Not that that means much anymore. I'd be pretty worried if I were him. Maybe looking for an excuse to come to the US and defect. So, what does all this mean? Well, number one, we can safely say Xi Jinping holds absolute power. The idea that he's been purged is dead. This is also absolutely going to negatively impact the CCP's military. It takes time to train and replace top generals, and I'm not sure that will be a very sought-after position anymore. The chain of command is broken. That creates confusion. And there's going to be a big round of political training in the military, which means less time for actual training. That's good news, because that could mean an invasion of Taiwan is off the table in the near term. I wouldn't absolutely count on it, though. But in more good news, throughout the CCP, officials are going to be terrified that any wrong move could mean their end. After all, Zhang Youxia was appointed by Xi Jinping. He was one of the few PLA generals with actual war-fighting experience. He fought in China's war against Vietnam in 1979. He was a princeling, the son of a CCP general who fought against the nationalists. And he still got purged. So Xi Jinping could come after anyone. Paralysis by fear will wreak havoc across the Chinese government. That's on top of the endemic problems of corruption. The state is going to be practically non-functional. But now for the bad news. Xi Jinping did this to make the military stronger, more loyal. The CCP's military is still absolutely a threat and will continue to grow as a threat. Aggressive drills and training exercises around Taiwan and in the South China Sea will continue. And even though, like I said, this could mean the People's Liberation Army won't be able to take Taiwan in the near term, that's not a guarantee. Who will Xi replace these purge generals with? If they're real wolf warrior types, like China analyst Bill Bishop points out, that could still be dangerous for Taiwan. And one of the China analysts who first broke the news about Zhang Youxia points this out, that Xi Jinping might be purging this old generation of generals so he can launch a war of reunification against Taiwan without fearing the PLA could turn on him. So we should absolutely not let our guard down. But here's the thing I want all of you to watch out for. As the CCP is pushed to the brink, there will be an effort to pin all the problems on Xi Jinping himself. And we'll get messaging from China's friends across the Western world, the ones who have sold us out to the CCP to enrich themselves, that if Xi goes, we can get back to doing business with China. No, the fundamental problem is the Chinese Communist Party itself. Corruption is inherent in the system. Only when China is truly free will there be real change. Don't think getting rid of Xi will solve anything. That might actually make things worse if the regime starts getting propped up by Western money again, and governments around the world soften their stance. The Chinese Communist Party is behind so many of the problems in the world. When it collapses, all that will disappear, and we might finally have a chance to step into a new and better world. Thank you for watching. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. I really hope I'm not snowed in.